Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to a brand new episode of my channel. Today we'll be looking at the A320 MCDU tutorial for FlightGear, for the A320 in FlightGear. Now today I want to be sure to clarify everything. The pushback tutorial I had made some few mistakes in the setup before pushback. So if the video suddenly disappears from my YouTube channel, or from suddenly disappears, know that I deleted it and I'll be doing a new one very soon. Well, without further ado, let's not waste any further time sitting here and chatting. What we're gonna do is go ahead and power up the aircraft. So I'm gonna just walk you through some few things before we go into the Simbrief browser, Simbrief website, and start doing all those fuzzy things. So one of the important things you need to do is you need to get external power, and you would need to align these if you want to go through everything. So you want to align this, make sure that you set all this to nav. You come over down here. Alright, and before you do anything, you want to go ahead, go into your fuel and payload, and you can go ahead and set these things. And if you have to load fuel, or just do this every time before your flight to get everything maxed out. Then you want to come over here, and this is the setting I'm gonna do. Now you would add all of them up. Quickly show you this when we go into the Simbrief folder, web page. So you would add the forward cabin, center, and aft cabin. You would add all of this, and what you get, for example, if you were to get 1060, maybe another 0, you would take the first 3 digits and you would input them to Simbrief passenger, the passenger menu, and you would implement it there. But for that, you want to go into your FMGC. Then you can go ahead and update this if you want. Then you go into the init. Then you see, this we don't press this yet. You want to go into fuel prediction. I want to come over here and click pressing this. Now it will give you this. This is your zero fuel weight. So you want to remember this when I set up the flight plan. So before we go into Simbrief one more time, we're gonna go up here to your there's a thing that says Simbrief, and in this you would enter your Simbrief username in this, then click on apply and exit. Now we can move on to the Simbrief place and get everything going. So now you're being the Simbrief page. So what you want to do is log in into the Simbrief. Then you go into departure, go into departure system. In the departure system, you come down here. If you already have a flight that you've loaded up, go into my briefing. But we just want to show how we do it. So we're going to create new flight. And in create new flight, what you want to do is you would enter the airline that you will be flying for and your flight number, and this is your departure airport, your arrival airport. Now what I would use is this called flightconnections.com. if you want to fly realistic airlines to your destination, you can go ahead. So we're flying from Seattle to Denver. And just right here you see the airlines that fly from Seattle to Denver. These are all the airlines. You can choose to buy by this or not. This is like when flying on VATSIM or something, but you can just do any airlines you want when you're offline, you know. So Alaska flies here, Delta flies here, Frontier flies here, Southwest, United. So you're gonna be flying as United. So you want to go for United. They are call sign. This is the IQ for call sign. Then you come over here to a flight number and enter your flight number. We're going to do 65665. We define from Seattle over to Denver. Then we'll set the units to pounds, and we'll set the flight plan overlay or flight plan layout to the air calendar. You can set to anything you want, but I just prefer using air calendar. Then you select your aircraft type, the aircraft you're currently flying. Then you can enter your call sign here, or HC call sign. Then you would here's the part that we were looking at before. So the cargo will be your cargo. So in your fuel and payload, you would add up your cargo, and it will give you, let's say, this will give you 6,000. Then what you do is you would divide it by oh my goodness, you would divide it by, I think, 1,000 or so. Let's say you got 6,000. Then I think you divide it and you get 6.0. It's also 6 maths, so it's also 6. So come over here, then look for 6 or 6.0, and the zero fuel weight, as we saw, was 97.4. So we select this. Now the zero fuel weight is not constant. It varies depending on the number of cargo and passengers you have on board, and depending on the number of passengers and cargo you have on board. Now, as I said, you would add up the forward cargo, center cargo, and aft cabin. Forward cabin, center cabin, and aft cabin. You add all them up. The number you get, you would enter them here. Just click check. So the total would be having 106. Now the extra fuel, you can add whatever you want, but I'm gonna go according to the scheduled time. So 2.4. So go ahead and do 2.4. So after you've done that, everything would be set. Then what you want to go do, you would go all the way up here, click on generate flight plan, click yes. Now you wait for the Simbrief flight plan to load. Alright, so once it loads, if you are flying over VATSIM, you click on the pre-file here, and to bring you all the way down here, if you're flying over VATSIM, you click on here, you log into your VATSIM account, and you fly your flight plan, or any of these other networks you want to fly on. But we're not going to be doing that today, not tutorial on that today. So once you get here, what you want to do is come over here to your block view. So this is how much you would need during the flight, and this is extra fuel that I said I wanted to add to this. So if we were to look at this and add it, we'll get around, let's say 21.541, and you would first have to add your fuel to get here. Then you can add this, or how much would it take you to get here, then you add that to this, then you use it. So let me give an example. So go back into FlightGear, go into the utilities, go into ground services, go into fuel truck, make sure fuel truck is enabled and you connected the fuel truck. And currently our fuel quantity is 15099, and so right here you would enter what you wanted. So let's say what we had was around 4, so around, like, say 4,000. So this is 4,000 to get you up to that 19 something, you know what I'm saying? So what I'm going to do is that the extra fuel, I'm going to add extra fuel. So plus the extra fuel would be 6, and here will be 4, and this will give you the extra fuel. Now what I did was not accurate, so what I should have done was that if I were to the number I will add, that will get me to 19141, I would add it. So let's give an example here. Let's say maybe two, probably a 4 here, then a 0 here, then a 4 here. Yeah, there we go. As you can see, 19141. Then you can add your extra fuel, so it will be around here. This front will change, so it will be 2 4, sorry, so 4 plus 2 will be 6, and here become 4. And this is how much you would need for your flight plus your extra fuel. That's how much you need. And then you can just click on refuel and say refuel in progress. So after all of that is done, you would make sure you've generated your Simbrief plan. Then make sure you have interconnection, which obviously we should have. And what you want to do is you want to go back into FlightGear. Then in FlightGear, you'd want to go into the init page, then over to init requests, making sure that you have your username here, your Simbrief username here. You click on apply and exit, and you come over here, click on it, and it shows now loading your flight plan. There you go. Now to be sure, from the creator, when I asked him, he said the engine should not be running when you're inserting the flight plan. So what you want to do is simply get a ground power on and just program the the MCDU or MCDU. You want to program this then before you turn on the engines or anything else. So you can go to flight plan, you can go and set everything. Then what we want to do is go into the performance page. Now there's not really that thing where it automatically adds it up for you and you enter it. You have to manually enter it, but the website that you would use to get all this information is currently not working. So you can estimate it by yourself. You can go ahead and get, let's say, the airport. You can go ahead and open it. You can go ahead and search it here. You can search it here, and you can estimate your departure runway. Oh, departure runway is this long, so depending on that you can set it here. So since the departure runway is long, I'm gonna do a 140 plus 15, which is 155. So 15 plus 140 is 155, then plus 15 again is 170. Like I said, what I'm doing might be wrong, but currently we do not have the website up right now, so the website currently not available, so we cannot do anything. This is the flaps and thrust and trim value that you would have, which would be in your this page. It's only work when you have your engines running, the hydraulic pumps, everything inside and all that stuff. Your flex temps, like I said, we estimated, so we're going to be doing 62 for flex temp. That website we use, once more, the website we use does not work, or it's not working right now, so you would have to bear with it. Now the thrust reduction and acceleration, from what I have gathered, information I have heard, if you take this airport, the departure airport, you add 1,000 to this, to the elevation, so it's 1433, and then you would you can make this one the same thing. So let's do that. 133. You can also go ahead and make this make the other side 133. Now just to brief you on this, this is the altitude at which, if you get, this is the altitude at which you would that's on here, that's right here, over here, it will tell you to set to climb. So once you get over to this altitude, it's gonna say thrust climb. It's gonna ask you to set the thrust to climb. So this is a quite crucial thing. Oh, wait, isn't that okay? might have that's 1433 slash 1433. You get the idea. So okay, it doesn't seem to be working. Oh yeah, oh, I forgot about that. Um, the other thing too is that it rounds it up. So mostly if you had, let's say, what I typed in, it would round it up to get. So if here was 5, here would probably have changed to 4. So 1444. Sorry, 1440. So something like that. So it will round itself up automatically. So now you go to flight plan. Once your ADRSs are aligned, which they seem to be, you can go ahead and select the flight plan. Go ahead and select the flight plan window over here, and you count down over here, and make sure you are in the flight plan page right here. And then as you're clicking through, it would show you you step through them, and to show you your departure, your sit as you're departing, and as you would arrive. So this is good for checking whether your flight plan is not, in a weird way that you end up, losing, going off track and going otherwise. So yeah, that seems to be it for today's video. Other than that, you automatically sets in your arrival, your ILS runways. You automatically sets the frequency in for you, so you don't have to do much work. And yeah, so that is all for today's video. Hope you guys enjoyed, and hope you guys did learn much from this. Like I said, these videos are showing you whether what you would need in order for your flight to compute to do a flight, and not professionally. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed, and I guess I'll see you all in the next video, next tutorial. Please be sure to like, share, and subscribe this video, and subscribe to my channel, and we'll see you guys. I'll see you guys next time in the next video, and goodbye.